everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line. The line. You man so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
Still not hear us.
Can you hear us now? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Audio.
It says it's working now.
Okay, good. Cool. All right. No idea what happened there.
Dang it. We were all talking about you too, Andrew.
Man, I had a good start. I was all pumped up. I feel like I came with some energy, and then the Hot Mess Express took over, and here we are.
Anyway, we were talking about how me and Shiloh, when we were watching your show, Andrew, were in the background when your commercials were playing, like dancing like we were in a club because it was like,
Andrew got the first comment.
That's why. So on Andrew's video, you said first, and I was like, no, I want it to be first.
And then obviously we start off great. No idea what happened there, but we're good now. Thank you, sir.
That's the problem when there's nobody else but us, is that we don't know if it's working.
That's true.
Because there's no one to tell us it's not working.
Yep. All right. Well, we're back into it now. Let's get back in. Refocus. Back into the show. So welcome to Let's Talk Football in the Morning with Sean Spencer. If you heard his renditions of I Love It When You Call Me Big Papa.
Sean's having a great time.
And the Swintons. What's going on? I'm assuming that's Kate. I'm gonna guess.
I don't know. Kyle might be calling us beautiful.
Kyle, unless Kyle's calling me beautiful, which I mean that makes sense.
It is Kate.
Just kidding. Yeah, thanks for joining, guys. Sean is out living his best life in Chicago, having a great time. So we're again holding it down here for you. We do have a special guest that should be arriving soon. So as soon as he's here, I guess I gave part of it away. It is Kate. What's up, Kate? We're gonna bring him in, let him join, all that fun stuff. But until then, we're gonna hold it down. So
try to anyway. Jeez.
Yeah, starting off hot, starting off with the Hot Mess Express. So, all right. So we're gonna jump into our normal first segment every week. See what's happening with us. If Ash says she's been doing the same thing.
So I've been doing the same exact thing I've been doing since I started summer break a month ago. I'm like a month in now. And I'm going crazy, which means I haven't been doing the same thing because I needed more stuff to occupy my brain. So I've decided that every corner of the house needs to be rearranged and redecorated.
And
That's what I've been doing. I've been painting a lot.
What have you painted?
DIYing a bunch of stuff because I don't have a lot of money to redecorate my entire house, but I have a semi-creative brain. Yes. I painted a lot of things. I painted a mural on the wall. Which I'm finally almost done with. The outlet cover is an eyesore, so I need to fix that. I painted that. I painted a giant clock. I've started to paint canvases. I painted the dresser, the nightstands. The wall has started to be painted in the bedroom, and we bought paint to paint the bedroom. We've been in our house for a year though, and haven't touched the bedroom yet. So
yeah, we kind of focused on the rest of our house, redoing everything
that anyone could see. So now I'm like, all right, I'm ready for my space to look pretty how I want it.
Yeah. We got some stuff happening today.
Yeah, we're going to brunch. That's why I look like a human being today.
Going to brunch.
I have real clothes on, not like an
Some
oversized t-shirt and biker shorts. Oh jeez, it is football, so I guess I'll go there.
Hey, Asheville, Jerry Jones. Wait.
Yes, that it's not in Jerry Jones or the Cowboys' fashion to like fire a coach in the middle of the season or anything like that. And I believe Peyton, if we got him now, we'd have to give some type of something up for him. He's not like free on the market.
Yeah,
I will not be mad if Mike McCarthy is gone next year, though, and we get him. Shoot, I wouldn't honestly be mad if Mike McCarthy left today. It's not great culture and it's not great leadership just to be like, bye, bring in the next guy. But I can't stand Mike McCarthy. I've never liked that hire ever. And
he smashes watermelons. Though, so he's a good coach.
Get some hype.
I agree, Kate. She does. But yeah,
I look beautiful every day, but.
He said, you know what's going to happen. I think so for sure. Too.
I don't think during the season though.
Yeah, it'll be next season.
I'm also not a Jerry Jones fan, so I can't help what the organization does at the top. It's very frustrating. I don't know why we ever got Mike McCarthy, and Jerry Jones already kind of yapping about it is not a good look either. But Jerry, he said himself, any publicity is good publicity. He said, I don't know, an interview a while ago, like right at the end of the season, was like, we haven't done anything in the playoffs, haven't been to the Super Bowl, and we're still in y'all's mouths. Like, you're still watching us. I'm still selling out my stadium, so that's good for me. So that's unfortunate for fans.
Yeah, he's a businessman. He only cares about
that's what it is. And that's how a lot of them are. He'll tell you. He doesn't care.
For sure. Yeah, but so what's been happening for me is same old. I've been helping Ash with all her projects, so I do that while working and watching the little guy. And then we are going to brunch with some my cousins, brother, all that fun stuff. It's gonna be a good time. Just getting together with the fam later today, so we kind of are doing the show and then bouncing. So Ash looks beautiful like normal. And then
I almost put a band tee on over this. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, they did. But yeah, that's been what's been happening. We've been jealously watching Sean and Kat having a great summer as they travel and go
and Kat hanging out with Kate and Delilah and Nick, and we're just out here in Arizona dying in a heat wave. I
got to tell Sean was telling us where he was at yesterday. For the people that don't know, he is in Chicago. They're celebrating Pride there. They're having a Pride parade, I think is what was going on. He was at, get this, in Chicago, Illinois. He was at an Alabama football bar. So it's a bunch of Alabama football where there was a drag show and they sold 40s. So you drink a 40 in an Alabama bar while a drag show is going on during Pride Month.
Drinking 40s.
Exactly.
It's just a very
sounds awesome.
Very different worlds. All just
they just combined everything. It sounds like a great time.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
There's some great videos of Sean on Facebook singing karaoke, so everybody go check that out and give him some likes and stuff.
Nick and Kat.
That's awesome. But that's and speaking of Pride Month, we are highlighting that. So I'm gonna let Ash take over and talk about Pride.
I was gonna say something. Oh, on that, I would love to go to an Alabama bar with Sean and watch him sing karaoke. I would not sing karaoke, but I would watch. Maybe if I drink enough, which it sounds like they're serving up the drinks there, I would do it. All right, this is the last weekend of Pride Month.
It is.
Sad day. So I try to look for a lot of things in the NFL to talk about Pride, but unfortunately, there's not a lot of people in the NFL that we need to celebrate Pride Month for. But in the sports world, there was someone in basketball for the Suns, which is my favorite basketball team, who just came out. His name is Ryan. I'm going to say his last name wrong. Resch?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds like his name. Anyway, he's a VP of strategy and evaluation. He's like the first person in the like basketball operations to come out as gay.
Front office, executive stuff.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And with this, I mean, and there was a little drama there with the Suns where it was like, we were like questioning the integrity of the higher ups there. So it's nice to have someone come out and be inclusive. I was reading a bunch of stuff about him, and then the Suns did their own statement that's like, we're very proud of him. Just like he has, like Ryan said, and the Suns have said, we eventually want to get to a point in life where like this isn't big news. This isn't like you're not the first person. It's not. It's whatever. We don't care. Like not that you don't care, but it's not a big deal. It shouldn't be a big deal because it doesn't change anything. But I thought that was cool because not a lot of people in basketball. Again, basketball is one of those very manly. You have to be a big, strong man to play basketball. And anytime you kind of stray away from that, even the fans, some of the comments get all crazy. So I'm glad that he came out and he felt comfortable coming out. They were interviewing him a lot and being like, if someone in the league, like these young guys come out, and he's just like, there's nothing to be afraid of. And there's people that will support you. So that was good, especially for people coming into the league if they do identify as something other than straight. They feel like someone has done it now, and they feel like, oh, we can do it and it's going to be okay. So I thought that was cool. Not football, but still sports related. And it's still a male sport where like operations are male dominated too. So it's exciting. I love it. The more people that do it, the more people feel comfortable doing it themselves, the more inclusive everything is and
normal it is.
I like it a lot.
And so that wraps up Pride Month. So that was a good time. We tried to highlight it every week. I think we missed last week, unfortunately, but
Father's Day made my brain.
We went over all that, so that was awesome. Next we are doing a new little thing we're trying because there's not a lot of news in the NFL, and before our special guest comes on, we're going to go over Ash and my offensive positional power rankings for the upcoming season, just talent-wise. This is our opinion, and then we'll see what you guys think.
It is a good month, Kate.
My son was born this month, so I love this month.
Good to celebrate people.
We'll start. We're going to go over our power rankings, and then we're going to bring our guests on and see what he thinks of our power rankings, and then we'll kind of move on to the next segment from there. But we're going to go quarterback, receiver, running back, and tight end rankings in the NFL, our personal opinions, talent-wise, maybe not best production or fantasy or anything like that, just talent.
It's really just like my opinion on who coming into this season is the most talented in my opinion, because obviously, I mean, you could base this on a lot of different things, like who's going to get the most fantasy points, who's going to have the most yards, who's going to this or that, and I'm not. This is just purely this season, because there are people that are not on my list that have had better careers. Just gonna.
Sorry, Kate. Tom Brady's not on her list.
Tom Brady is not on my list, and like, disclaimer: Alvin Kamara is not on my list, but I think Alvin Kamara is very talented. But I think this season there are people that are more talented than him.
All right, so this is good. Let's give us your top 5 quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks in order.
In order.
Is Josh Allen.
Number 1.
Shocking. Also, don't come for me for being biased, because I'm 1,000% biased and I don't care.
It's your rankings.
This is my opinion.
Yeah, it's your
If
list.
I was doing an unbiased news article or something, maybe he would have been 1. But he's the one on my list now.
Kate will forgive you.
Thank you. Maybe if he would have done Tom Brady like years ago, I would have said he was. But so Josh Allen's my number 1. Patrick Mahomes is my number 2. Aaron Rodgers is my number 3. Don't come for me, Kate.
I would say Kate just blew up.
Herbert is my number 4. Number 5 on literally all my list. I'm struggling.
Who do you got?
Well, I want to be a homer and have ranked Dakota Prescott. Because if I'm looking at quarterbacks in the league, I want Dak over Kyler. I want Dak over Lamar. I want Dak over Burrow. So I'm going Dak. Screw your list.
Dak is on your 5th? Okay.
I mean, so I looked at a lot of lists. Dak was like number 7 on people's list. So all I did is like bump him up 2.
All right.
I'm going to realistically probably like Matthew Stafford would be number 5. But I don't like that.
We have 4 of this 5. I have the same quarterbacks, just in a different order.
Let me guess, number 1.
You could probably guess number 1.
Aaron Rodgers.
You're getting a lot of forgiveness today. Yep, number 1 on my list for quarterbacks is definitely Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how you go. Don't go with the back-to-back MVP, reigning MVP. Obviously, I think he's the most talented
MVP last year.
Huh?
I'm going into this year.
Yeah, sure. I'm taking the reigning back-to-back MVP as the most talented quarterback this year. Next, I got Patrick Mahomes. I still think he is insane.
We both have Mahomes at 2.
Yep. I think Mahomes is super talented.
I think Mahomes had he was so high, and then he had like a pretty good year, and everyone's like, oh, look at he started slow. I think some people lost faith in him.
Yeah, he's still very good. So I got him there, and then I do have Josh Allen as 3. I think he is uber talented as well, very good running the ball, and his arm is insane.
We flip-flop Allen and Rodgers.
And then after Josh Allen, I have Justin Herbert, who I think is one of the most throws the beautiful ball right behind Aaron Rodgers. But he hasn't produced winning-wise enough for me to get him any higher, but I do think he is uber talented, very good quarterback, and so he's number 4. And then number 5 for me just won the Super Bowl, Matthew Stafford.
Our list was basically the same. We just switched.
Except you have Rain Dakota.
Well, I said realistically it would probably be Matthew Stafford, but I would like to put back.
But yep, that's our quarterbacks. I think we're going to differ on running backs for sure.
I think quarterbacks are. I mean, you could probably people would throw like Tom Brady in there probably, but
Tom Brady. People have Joe Burrow in their top 5. Some people have like Russell Wilson in their top 5.
Russell, I was debating Russell Wilson. I'm not a huge Wilson fan, though, so.
I just think if I am going into the season and I get to choose any quarterback in the league, those would be the quarterbacks. I would take Aaron Rodgers first. If he was gone, I would take Mahomes. And then if those 2 are gone, I want Josh Allen. If those 3 are gone, I want Justin Herbert. And then I would take Stafford after that. That's just my opinion. But
I mean, if they were doing that, then that's why Dak is on my list.
Because you want Dak over.
Because Dak is basically an untouchable for me.
Fair enough. All right, what's your top 5 running backs?
Oh, you did not go in the order of my list.
Okay, sorry. What's your top 5 running backs?
So, we're going to go the same here. My number 1 is Najee. My number 2 is Derrick Henry. My number 3 is Jonathan Taylor. My number 4 is Dalvin Cook. And my number 5 is Nick Chubb.
Yeah, so we have different for sure on this one. Well, we both got the same first one. I mean, how do I sit in front of a Najee Harris jersey and not? Nobody's commented. I'd go there.
I want to see them. I don't need the banners
up. So I have Najee Harris number 1. To me, he's as big as Derrick Henry, so he has the power.
He got bigger, didn't he?
He gained 3 pounds, but people freaked out about it.
It's probably 3 pounds of freaking muscle.
Oh, 100%. He's as big as Derrick Henry, so he has the power. But he's elusive and has great hands catching out of the backfield like Christian McCaffrey or Alvin Kamara. He's not as elusive as those 2, but has just as good a hands. So you get the best of both worlds when it comes to Najee for me. So I'm taking him number 1. Absolutely a homer pick. That's fine. I don't care.
And, well, he was so good with a terrible line, and now your line's a little better. He's got a year down.
Yeah, he's going to be good. I think he's the best back in the league, or definitely arguable top 3.
Yeah.
Number 2, for me though, I would take Christian McCaffrey personally.
It was not on my list.
Exactly. I think Christian McCaffrey is insanely talented. Obviously, when he stays healthy, he's been banged up the last 2 years, so he's fallen out. Because I'm not doing it based on injury. I'm doing it based on talent. If they play this year,
going into this season,
yeah, I would want Christian McCaffrey healthy over anybody else.
Well,
besides Najee.
No promises he's going to be healthy.
Exactly. Okay, that doesn't mean anything to anything. That has
Yes,
nothing to do with my
list. He
list.
has a history of not being able to stay healthy.
Okay, Derrick Henry.
I love Derrick Henry.
Exactly. Get out of here. He's had 2 good seasons.
And
exactly.
He's getting
So
better
this is my
every
list.
year.
This is my list.
Josh Allen
Lady.
didn't start good.
Lady.
You can't say your list and not have me argue with it.
That's fine, but you gotta let me continue.
No.
Alvin Kamara is number 3 for me. Insanely talented. Again, I love a back that can do everything, not just run downhill. That's why Derrick Henry is lower on my list, because he doesn't catch the ball out of the backfield. It completely eliminates an entire. Well, Najee can do that. That's why Najee's my number 1.
Najee can also catch it though.
And then so I have Alvin Kamara at 3, Jonathan Taylor at 4. Jonathan Taylor I think is really good as well. He's only had 1 season, and he had a great offensive line. And to me, him and Najee had equivocal seasons, and Najee had a much worse line, so I think Najee's better. And then 5 is Derrick Henry for me. He makes the list because, I mean, he's had 2,000-yard seasons, and that's about it. I went back and forth with Nick Chubb.
Derrick Henry hater.
Huh?
You want to so bad not like Derrick Henry.
He's had a good season.
Okay, going into this season.
Yeah, coming off. Okay, you're going to talk about injuries. Coming off a foot injury, he missed 9 games.
Yeah, he's rested, right?
Yeah, exactly. Get out of here. So I got Najee, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, Jonathan Taylor, and then Derrick Henry are my top 5 running backs in the league.
Here's my real problem with Christian McCaffrey and Alvin Kamara. I had the first pick.
Yeah, you're a fantasy
the
hater.
First round, first pick, number 1 pick. That was me. And I got Christian McCaffrey. Not this past year, but the year before. The one where he was out like the whole season and never played. That one had him. The year before that, I was the first pick of the first round. And who did I get? Alvin Kamara, who got hurt and didn't play. So they are blacklisted from my fantasy.
Apparently from your power rankings.
They're blacklisted from my power rankings. They're blacklisted.
All right, let's move on to receivers.
That's
who you got at receiver? You hater.
Problem. Well, my receiver list got messed up after talking to you yesterday because I was filling out these lists and I was thinking of every young guy that plays in the NFL right now and not thinking of anybody else, apparently. So
good morning, Mr. Sean Spencer. Thanks for
That's
joining.
how your name has to be.
That's how I'm going to say it every time now.
But my wide receivers, number 1 is Devontae Adams. Number 2 is BRB. Is Cooper Kupp. Number 3 is Stephon Diggs. Number 4 is Tyreek Hill. And number 5 is DeAndre Hopkins.
Who was your number 1?
Devontae Adams.
And then 2?
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper
Kupp.
We got very similar lists. I have Devontae as number 1. Nailed it.
It's kind of hard to argue that Devontae's not.
Yeah, I think.
In my opinion.
I think he's the most talented receiver. I mean, great route runner, great hands. I mean, yeah, it speaks for itself. I think he's the best. I don't think he's going to have the best year this year out of all the receivers, but I think he's the most talented receiver out there. DeAndre Hopkins is my number 2. He's been doing it for so long. He's just amazing. Number 3 is Cooper Kupp. I love Cooper Kupp. He finally had a good quarterback and absolutely just balled out. Everybody knew he was the guy, and he still absolutely performed, which just tells me that he is that guy. Number 4 is Tyreek Hill. Uber talented. Again, I don't think he's going to have as good a season as he normally does, just because he went from Patrick Mahomes to Tua. But he's still top 4 receiver for me.
I actually would probably switch Hopkins and Hill on my list.
And then my fifth receiver, who is not even on your list, which is insane, Debo Samuel is a top 5 receiver.
I went back and forth on him a lot too. I would put Hawkins at 4, and then it's a real close between Hill and Debo to me, but
Debo's just a yak freak.
it's the
He's very
cheetah
good.
for me.
I got Tyreek over Debo.
Yeah, I just don't. I have Diggs.
Yeah, you got Stephon Diggs on there, which I don't think he's as good as these guys. Debo, I think Debo outperformed and had a far less quarterback than Stephon does. So, when you perform with a bad quarterback, that just tells me how good of a receiver you are. DeAndre Hopkins did it for a long time in Houston, and that's why I think he's really good. But I mean, we got 4 of the same 5, 4 or 5 on the same.
Close. When I first made the list, forgot about Hopkins. And
yeah,
I
exactly.
had to fix my list.
All right, for tight ends.
Debo was on my list before I remembered that Hopkins is a thing.
We haven't seen many comments going against any of this, so I'm curious what people think. Tight ends. I'm sure we're gonna have at least 4 of the 5 same here.
Yeah.
Tight ends
Yeah.
are
So
pretty easy.
I think my order is gonna be different than you. I think, though. Maybe I don't know because I feel like we're both not. I think people are way too high on Waller, in my opinion. He's good, but I think people are too high on him. That's all. He's on my list, but
what do you got?
I got Kelsey.
Uh-huh.
That's like the undisputed.
Yeah, he's my number 1.
Tight ends right now. Kittle
He's
is
my number
2. Andrews is my number 3.
That's my number 3.
Hawkinson is my number 4, and Darren Waller is my number 5.
Yeah, I have Darren Waller at 4. I think he's better than Hawkinson. Hawkinson's good. Don't get me wrong. The number 5 spot was really hard for me because I think it's to me it's those 4: Kelsey, Kittle, Andrews, and Waller. They're the top tight ends in the league, and then there's like another level, another tier where you put like Kyle Pitts, T.J. Hawkinson,
Patty Freiermuth.
Yeah, Pat Freiermuth. I think Noah Fant might be there.
Yeah.
And in that. Those are all interchangeable. So since this is my list, I obviously went with my guy, Pat French Fries. Pat Freiermuth, I think, is, again, uber talented. And the argument I would make for him against, like, Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts had Matt Ryan, who is still in the league and just got a new contract with the team. So still good. And Freiermuth had Ben, aging, who everybody says had a terrible arm, and absolutely outperformed Kyle Pitts when it came to everything. So I love Freiermuth. I'm not going to stand up on my high horse and say
for Kyle Pitts were very high too, though.
Yeah, he scored 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying. So I feel like even though Kyle Pitts may have had like a decent year compared to the expectation I had of him, not great.
Yep.
So
for sure.
Where like Patty French Fries, I didn't know who that guy was at all, and then it's like, wait a second, this guy's great. So
Yep, but those are our lists. Our guest has arrived. We're gonna bring in our guest here and see what he thinks of our lists, and then jump into the segment we have set up for him. So I would like to formally introduce and welcome to the stream, Mr. I Want the Smoke. Nick Rosario, guys. Thank you for joining.
Hey, buddy, where are we at? There we are. Hey, I think I'm in. Hey, there we are. Another breakfast to get me going on a semi, breakfast calls, my friend. But how are we doing there, Mr. and Mrs. Swinton from Arizona? How are we doing out there?
Doing good. Trying to stay out of the heat as much as possible.
We've had a little heat ourselves this past week, so not too bad. But all right, well, listen, I'm going to jump right in here since you wanted me to about your list. It's hard, when you get. I mean, subjective, obviously, people have their favorites. And you kind of, like you said, you kind of want to, you go, I like that guy more than that guy. He played with this quarterback, and I thought that was better, or blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
So let's start with the quarterback situation first. Because I'm all for young guys. I know who Aaron Rodgers is. You know my feelings on the man. I can separate, though, from his accomplishments. Except, being 1-5 in NFC Championship games. That notwithstanding. I would still say though that I think, given that he has less weapons, I know I just feel like I would put him more towards like the bottom of that top 5 list, maybe 4 or 5. That's just me. I'm looking at the guy like Matt Stafford, the guy as Sydney kind of pointed out with his argument about taking Aaron Rodgers. How do you take the reigning MVP of the league? How do you not take the guy who just won a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put Matt Stafford towards the top of my list. 1, 2, 3, in the top 3 for sure. I'm a huge Justin Herbert fan. I've never always said that. This is the year now. He's got a better defense, and I'm hoping his guys stay healthy for him on offense. I think this kid could be really good in the NFL. He has a strong arm. He can see the field. Like, I like this kid a lot, so I'm hoping Justin's breakout year this year. And we see some good things from those Chargers of San Diego, Los Angeles fame. And then I would probably finish it. And again, another kid who, he made the Super Bowl, Joe Burrow. I mean, you've got such talent at the receiver position there that it's hard not to like that guy.
Mm-hmm. That's what I had that problem too. I was like, I love Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I mean, he's got weapons. As long as those guys I know everybody hates that, stay healthy, but it's true. You got to stay healthy, man. You got to get in there. You got to do the work. You got to make sure you guys are ready to go every Sunday. And again, do I think the Bengals will repeat in terms of getting back to the Super Bowl? I actually don't. But I don't think they'll have one of those years where they'll just fall off the map either. Like, they'll make playoffs. They'll make a good showing. But that AFC has just become way too tough. But that's how a quarterback, running back, I actually agree with you guys. I love Najee Harris. I have from the beginning. Like I said, whoever gets this kid in the NFL is getting a real player because this kid can just flat out play. And your Pittsburgh Steelers got him. So, hey, kudos to them because that was a great pick for them. And I actually think that at my draft, going to the Steelers at my second draft. So, Pittsburgh ended up with they needed a running back. That one, phenomenal. He's going to have a great year. He's going to help Mitch a lot. Our buddy Mitch, Mr. Chicago.
100%.
We handed the ball off a lot to Mr. Harris. So, I think it's going to help Mitch too. And that offense, again, I don't hate Pittsburgh. So I'm all for Pittsburgh having a decent year and that sort of thing. It's tricky because obviously everybody loves Derrick Henry. Again, he had his 2,000-year season. Got hurt though. It's like Derrick Henry, but do you trust? Same thing with McCaffrey. Yes. Kind of powerhouse when he's in there, no doubt. He runs, he can run, catch the ball in the backfield, does all that. But he's got to stay the last 2-3 years, man, injuries. And that hurts you. I mean, obviously, playing Carolina doesn't help him either, but at this point, but it's just what it is. But McCaffrey there. Where's my guy? Who's the I see old man brain, and my fault for not thinking about this beforehand. Who's the running back in Denver?
Javonte
I want to say Lindsay, but I can't remember. Is that Williams? No, Williams. Right. Watch for that kid this year. With Russell back there,
you're big on
veteran quarterback now. You got a veteran quarterback now to help him out a little bit. And again, I know he hasn't shown a lot because he was injured also, and he hasn't had a great quarterback. I'm a big fan of Jerry Jeudy. And I just hope that this now with Russell there, that Jeudy actually has a sustainable year and you can see what this kid can do because I think he's a lot more talented than people give him credit for. So that's kind of one of my soapbox guys. I really think Jerry Jeudy could have a great year. As Ash just stares me through with her eyes.
Oh yeah, because we
can say that.
It's funny because we've argued it.
Because we literally were arguing about that yesterday. I'm like, I just don't have any faith in Jerry Jeudy, and it's probably not Jerry Jeudy's fault at all. He has had no help. So,
yeah, and I think Jerry Jeudy's gonna have a great year.
Yeah, we'll see. I think this has to be the best year he's had because this is the best quarterback he's had.
For sure.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, and I think I agree with Javonte Williams having a good year as well. Having Russell Wilson is going to just
I'm looking for Denver to make some noise this year with Russell there. So let's hope they do. I'm Broncos again, not my favorite team, but hey man, you got to recognize talent sometimes. Wide receiver again, Jerry Jeudy's one of my favorites. I hope he does well. How do you not like Jamar Chase? How do you not like Jalen Waddell? Hopefully Tua can get him the ball. I know that's the joke, but seriously, you gotta get the guy the ball. The guy can run out of the gym, but if you can only throw it 40 yards, guess what? Not happening.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Chase too.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, what's not to like? I'm just, it's like, but yeah. I mean, I it's really sad because I was actually, Ash, being the Cowboy fan that you are, I don't know, like when what's his name first got to the team, number God man, my old man brain is horrible. He just left. He left after last year because he got tired of it. He went to the Raiders, I believe.
Jason Witten.
Boy's name? No, not Jason. Nah, not the tight end. The receiver. The receiver that left Dallas. I thought I went to the Raiders. God, my old man brain is horrible. Cooper.
Oh, Browns.
Amari Cooper went to the Browns. Came from the Raiders.
Went to the yes.
That's what it was. Okay. Came from the Raiders. Initially, he was in Dallas.
But he gave up a first-round pick for him.
Yes. I always liked Amari Cooper. I thought
love Amari Cooper.
Should have been a much better receiver than what ended up happening there. And again, a guy who's getting another chance. So hopefully Amari Cooper can rebound and have a nice time playing with, Jacoby Brissett for 8 weeks while Deshaun Watson sits out. So
maybe
we'll see what happens there. To be determined, my friends. To be determined.
Yep.
I love Amari Cooper. I'm a big Amari Cooper.
I was like
who the best route runner in the league is. I'm like Amari Cooper. I'm obsessed with Amari Cooper. Very sad.
And of course, Cooper Kupp. Again, how do you not take the leading rusher in all three categories last year?
Yeah.
To have another great year with the same quarterback, the same line, essentially the same team. So hopefully he stays healthy and puts up more records this year. But overall, I love listening to you guys, honestly. Because you guys are very knowledgeable about, like me, yes. I know I thanks to Sean, I've got this reputation of being like, confrontational with everyone and wanting to smoke and all this. I go, but I'm a 49-year-old man who works 2 jobs, bro. I do not have, and I'm not that you do either, because I know you guys are parents and married, all that stuff. But I don't have time I try to catch up with you guys so much. I'm like, what I missed today? What did I miss today? Something happened? And there's just so much information to take in.
Oh yeah.
And you guys seem to take it in very and make it work. So I applaud both of you. I truly do.
Well, the thing with us too is I'll be like, hey, I'll be like, hey, did you see this? And then he'll be like, hey, did you see this? So we're just like bouncing off of each other all day, like things we see too. So
that's a good thing. No, I don't necessarily have. I got to get me one of those. It might be good.
It could be a bad thing.
That's a bad thing too, because then we're arguing at 10:30 at night.
Yeah, we weren't arguing about Jerry and Judy at 10 p.m.
That's part about it. It really is. Exactly. I love it because the group chats are great. Listen to everybody.
I was literally talking about Jalen Hurts last night, and I look over and you're like snoring. I was like, well, I guess I'm done talking about that.
That's what he thought of Jalen Hurts. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I ain't having this conversation with you. I've heard that way too many times.
Here we go. Here's my. I know people. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh no, you're good. I was just gonna say. So
tight ends
kind of wrapped it. What's that? Oh yeah, tight ends. Yeah. I like Kyle Pitts. I like Noah Fant. I know there are better ones out there, but I really think Kyle has what it takes. It's Mariota they end up doing there, but get that kid the ball, man. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Just get that kid the ball, and you guys will be okay.
Yep.
Along with Corduroy back there, whatever the hell he does.
Cordero.
Mr. Patterson, but yeah, no, we call him Corduroy over here in Chicago. One of the local our local sports guys always called them corduroys, so I started calling corduroy Patterson.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so that's it for those things. I mean, again, all subjective, but a lot of players in the NFL. A lot of again, the AFC itself. You can pick one of 6 teams who could probably win the conference right now. So
yeah,
that's going to be
100%.
competitive. NFC as much. You kind of look to see who might step up, if anyone does. Or are we going to see, Tampa Bay and Green Bay again in the conference championship with LA or something? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Should be an interesting season. Looking forward to it, and
yeah. And then, since we're talking about everybody else's teams, we got to hit. Since we got you on here, we got to highlight the Bears and see how they've been doing this offseason. So,
here we go.
Try to convince me the Bears aren't the worst team in the NFL right now.
You know what? Here's the thing. And whether this convinces you of that or not, sorry. Mid sausage there. The here was what I wanted. Here was what I wanted from Ryan Poles. And he did exactly what I wanted him to do. And it's what he said he was going to do. You have to understand something. Our team was depleted of first-round picks because of 2 deals. Mitchell, Khalil Mack. So we had first-round picks. We had 3rd-round picks this past one. But he got bodies in here. So you have to understand, we are rebuilding. Call it whatever you want. It's this, it's that. No, we're starting over. We dumped a lot of salary. We got guys, and we brought a lot of guys in. Some some have no idea who the hell they are. But he's filling spots. He's doing what he needs to do for the next few years till we build up again to make this team better. He's putting bodies in place. These are football players. Like, these guys can play. They're not, superlative at every position, but you have to be able to field a team still while you do this. And that was that he took 5 or 6. We had 5 or 6 draft picks, turned it into 11 for this draft. Brought in more offensive line help. Like, for right now, I was looking at our list today. He brought in Julian Davenport. He brought in we did Braxton Jones. Brought in Lavicia Simmons. Now, these are not names that are going to scare you, but Lucas Patrick, played for years in Green Bay, is now on our line. That's pretty solid. Dakota Dozier, played with the Vikings, pretty solid on our line, only 31 years old. So you mix in Dozier, you're probably going to start Dozier, Patrick, Braxton Jones, one of the rookies, probably start over Tevin Jenkins, and then Larry Borum at tackle. And then our center is probably going to be Sam Mustipher. Now, again, that's not going to wreak havoc on anyone, but these guys are all solid. And as long as we continue to get Mitch to progress, we get him some protection, protect his blind side, let him do his thing. Progression, that's all I want to see. You don't need to dazzle me this year with, oh, no, we're going to go, 13-4. No, we're not.
Yeah.
I'm very aware of what this team is. And I think that's what people need to keep their expectations to. I don't think that's the thing is, though, I get pissed, like, what's the worst team in the NFL? Why? Really? Like, even last year with a rookie quarterback, we won, 8 games? So how the hell are you telling me that we're the worst team in the NFL just because we got rid of Allen Robinson, who, let's be honest, because of the system, wasn't that productive anyways. He wasn't going to thrive here, that's for sure. Got rid of him, that's fine. You still have Darnell Mooney, who was one of Fields' favorite targets anyways. Cole Kmet was another target of Justin Fields. So these guys all get another year to play together. You still have David Montgomery in the backfield, who's a very serviceable running back. David will get you 12, 13, 1,400 yards in a season, and he can catch out of the backfield if he needs to, now that we dumped Tariq Cohen. So, I mean, this is not a horrible team. So when people say that, my blood boils. I'm like, we're not that bad. Like, even on defense, we're gonna have 2 rookies starting at our safety, our corner positions. But they're 2 good state corners who are ready to play now. They came from big time college programs. These guys are
Yeah.
ready to go. You know, we're running it. We got rid of the 3-4 defense. Now we're running a 4-3 again. So now we need 3 solid linebackers. So what did we do? We picked up 2 linebackers. So now you've got Roquan Smith, who we've been building for the last few years, and then you got the guys on the outside with Roquan in the middle. Same with the line. We got rid of a couple of guys who were money and who were costing us way too much, and you plug and play some guys in, and we're probably going to get rid of Robert Quinn. That'll be the last piece where we actually probably get something for, because he's the only one really like that's worth anything right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I like him a lot.
I mean, we're going to have a 53-man roster. We're going to be competitive. Worst team in the league. I just don't see it. And I know, again, I'm not an expert, so what do I know? But
I'll give it to you. The Falcons are the worst team, and you can be the second worst team.
Oh,
Hey,
Kyle.
that is so sweet, Ash. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
That is nice of you to give us that one, as Kyle probably wakes up in Canada right now because you said that, and he's going to start.
Okay,
stealing
fine.
your
I'll give
name
it.
all over.
The Giants are the worst team, then the Falcons.
All right.
Then
I still think they're like Carolina, Houston. What are these teams done?
Seattle.
All right, like Seattle's got Drew Lock as their quarterback, along with Geno Smith and whoever their third guy is. So come on,
Yeah, exactly.
my team is the worst. Hey man, I've got
Okay,
I'll
Trevor
give it
Siemian as my
the
back.
Seahawks
I got
and
Trevor
the
Siemian as my backup, bro. We're coming for you.
The Seahawks and the Panthers have the worst quarterback rooms in the league right now, for sure.
Right? I mean, come on, man. and one of them will end up probably with Bayfield before it's all said and done.
Yeah, for sure.
I only had to come for the Falcons because of Kyle.
No, I know we all do. Does anybody like Canada Boy? Really? Come on, listen.
Kyle. I love Kyle.
I love Kyle. I know I do too. I like giving him crap.
I'm not going to say it out loud, but
I love the Falcons, eh?
Oh, I don't know if I agree with that one, Andrew.
I think the Lions.
No, the Lions.
I'm not very
The
high on
Lions
the
are going to
Lions
be good
this
this year,
year.
Mr. Andrew. Let's
think
not
they're gonna
sleep
be
on the
good.
Lions this year, my friend.
I don't think they're going
But
to be
they'll
good,
be better.
but they'll
Yes.
be better.
I think they're making moves to get better,
Yes.
to set
Yeah,
themselves up for the
defense-wise.
future.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's exactly what they're doing.
That's what
And
the
I'm
Bears are
telling you.
doing too, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, in 2 or 3 years, the top 2 teams in the NFC North will be Chicago and Detroit.
Ooh.
Minnesota and Green Bay will be taking a back seat very shortly. Well, I think Minnesota already. I don't know what that Kirk Cousins deal was. Still don't.
We were talking about that yesterday
Never
too.
will understand what that is, and that's just
No.
ridiculous.
Doesn't
Whatever.
make sense.
Never
Doesn't
did.
make sense.
Not that
Doesn't make sense you-
115 either, but whatever.
That you look at Kirk Cousins and you're like, yeah, that's our guy. Like, he's okay.
Right.
Like you said it good that yesterday. It's like a Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like, you're okay to like have until we like get our guy,
Yeah,
but like they
get
keep
our guy,
paying
right.
him like he's just the guy, and it doesn't make any sense.
Right. And Andrew said that the Lions will be better. Falcons have more superstar players at key positions. I mean, who though? Like Kyle Pitts,
They're Drake London.
Drake London, but I like Amon-Ra St. Brown, DeAndre Swift,
Yeah, I do.
Penei Sewell on the line, Aiden Hutchinson on defense.
Yes.
I think Jeff
That's what
Okuda is going to
people
have a good
realize.
year. I think the Lions have
Detroit has been
more.
drafting well.
Personally.
Yes, they do. So your assessment is wrong, Andrew.
AJ Terrell's very good for the Falcons. That's a good point.
But that's like it on their
And I'm trying to think of their defensive
defense.
studs.
I can't think of literally anybody else.
But I think the Lions have more personally. But I mean, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. They're still the Lions.
For the Lions.
If
Right
I had
there.
to pick between, I would take the Lions, I think. All right, yeah, that's
Jared Goff.
got the goof. So that was the Bears talk with Nick. Appreciate you for that. Did you want to stay on?
I
For...
hope it was insightful for anyone. I don't know.
Hey, we got some information about the Bears.
More,
I mean,
I'm
you
like,
listed off 5 signings I didn't know about. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's fine. No, like I said, I'm trying to keep up with everything, man, because like this is my hometown team. I love the Bears. I always have. Even when I was a little boy when we never won. So it just Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with
Bears
it.
aren't
It's
a
not
team
easy,
I
but
generally pay
do
attention
what you
to. So
For sure.
yeah,
We
no,
are
and I get
gonna.
it. You're the NFC, the AFC
yeah,
North, like
mhm.
nobody cares about us.
I just have like
Except
the
we're
Bears.
coming for everyone.
Obviously, are in rebuild mode, so it's like
They are. We're good, but I think we're going to be competitive. We're going to beat the Commanders, Sean. Don't worry about it. We'll beat the Falcons too, so no problem. We'll be all
for
right.
whatever reason, that division always gets wonky with people beating, like, y'all will beat the Packers one time just to beat the Packers one time. It's like, what is happening?
Just for the hell of it, right there.
Yeah,
I think it's
stuff
you
like
beat
that
the
always
Packers.
happens in that division.
Yeah, that's very true.
And then,
it's up to you guys. If you want me to stay, I'll gladly stay. I'm at your mercy. You tell me what you want.
okay. Yeah, we're gonna jump into everybody's favorite segment.
Okay.
Mrs. Swinton's
segment
pop quiz. So we'll keep you here for that. See if you have any knowledge about that. But before we jump into it, this segment is brought to you by Mr. Anton Benton. So check him out here.
Oh, sponsors like it.
Hey there, ladies and gents. It's your local handyman, Anton Benton, here to help you with your problems. I'm here right now on the job site, taking out whole kitchen cabinets. A little bit more work to do, but if you got a project at your house that you need to get completed, I'm your guy to finish it up for you. Give me a call, let me know what you need to get done.
Your new company, man. Shout out to your new company. Go ahead and tell the world about your new company real quick.
Oh boy. So marketing Anton Benton Pros.
Yes.
Doing everything from plumbing to electrical to making huge decks to doing closets.
Yes.
Doing it all.
That's what's up, man. I'm super happy
Thank
for
you guys. Thank you.
Check him out. Mr. Anton Benton is doing all the handyman stuff. If you guys got any needs or anything like that, be sure to reach out to him if you need any info on it. Shoot Sean Spencer a DM and he will hook you up with his information.
You think he regrets that promo photo though?
I don't know.
Come on, never showed. I will come to your house. I'm not scary.
There you go. But yeah, Anton, check him out. He's does great work, and he travels too. If you're not in the area, just let him know. He absolutely goes everywhere. So, yep. Shout out to Anton. Thanks for that commercial as always. But time for everybody's favorite segment of the morning show, Mrs. Swinton's pop quiz. What do you have for us today?
Right. These are just very random questions that I found on the internet. So good luck.
What's the internet? No kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know. The first one is in 2019, Lamar Jackson became the second player in history to be named as the unanimous MVP of the regular season. Who was the first?
Dan Marino?
And what year?
I would guess Peyton Manning.
Both of those are wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it Adrian Peterson?
Nope.
Dang.
It better not be the bad man.
Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Was it Rodgers? No. Okay.
Tom Brady? Unfortunately.
Kate knew it. Kate's going to come in and go, I knew it.
Was it 07?
No.
Yeah, it's got to be one of those Patriot years.
It was the one with Randy Moss.
Oh,
when he threw 55 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
I just can't remember what year that was.
2010.
2010.
Tom Brady.
That's the year. He had when Randy Moss had like 23 touchdowns. Yeah.
Yep.
Freaking Brady.
In 2000, who became the first team to make 4 first-round picks in the same draft?
2003?
2000.
Jaguar. No, not Jaguars. No.
I was like in kindergarten.
2000.
Oh, hold on.
It's gotta be probably like the Browns.
Probably the Lions.
It's probably a bad team.
Well,
It's
yeah.
a bad team.
If you have 4 first-round picks, you're probably not great. It's none of those
They're not.
teams, though.
These are good ones there, Ash.
I know.
It's an AFC team.
Oh, wow.
The Bengals.
Nope.
The Jets.
Yep.
Nice.
Jets, Jets.
4 first-round picks.
Yep.
That's insane.
They selected Sean Ellis, John Abraham, Chad Pennington, and Anthony.
Oh, Chad Pennington. There you go. Quarterback extraordinaire.
Do you know where Chad Pennington played college?
No.
Or who his receiver was in college?
No.
Penn State, wasn't it? Did I miss
I
that
was in
up?
kindergarten.
Pretty sure Pennington played. I just
No.
want to make sure.
Sorry, not Penn State. Not Penn State. Oh,
Give
come
you a
on.
second, see if you can think of it.
I can't do this.
It's too early in the
man.
morning.
Pretty sure he played at Marshall with
Oh.
Randy Moss.
Was that with Randy? Was that with Randy?
Pretty sure he played with
Is
Randy
that why
Moss
he
at
looks
Marshall.
better than he was?
Chad Pennington.
He played good in the NFL. He wasn't terrible.
Which year did the Houston Texans play their first season?
98?
Nope.
2000.
Is it later than that?
2000 and something.
That's a 2002.
Yes.
Nice.
Look at you. I was saying, when I was there in 2005, they were already in existence. So I knew
Yeah.
that'd be earlier than that.
They went 4-12.
Oh yeah, David
Yeah,
Carr,
yeah.
Derek's brother.
Yeah.
David Carr.
Yep.
Not to be confused with Derek Carr. Why?
Actually, I'll do because it's an
Okay.
obvious answer.
Oh,
Who
okay.
won the Super Bowl MVP award when the Steelers won in 2009?
Is it an obvious answer? Because it's not the quarterback.
When they played the Cardinals.
It's that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
It was
He
played at-
right?
No,
No.
No, it wasn't.
he
Oh,
played
no.
at the Ohio State University.
He
Not
had
the
131
Ohio State.
yards and a touchdown.
The
Oh,
game-winning touchdown. Santonio Holmes.
going on.
Yep, both of the Steelers Super Bowls with Ben, the receiver, won the MVP, Super Bowl MVP.
Oh,
Hines
okay.
Ward won the first one.
Hines Ward. There you go.
Which team won the
Didn't
first ever
Santonio
Super Bowl?
Holmes like carry a gun and shoot himself in the leg?
No, it's Plexico Burress.
Oh, Plaxico Burress.
what?
Sorry.
Yep.
Wrong
That
guy.
happened?
Yeah, he got suspended
That's probably
for like 8 games because he did it in New York where handguns were illegal. He had it in his pants, shot himself in the leg,
Wow.
Yeah.
and then got suspended for it. Actually, I think he went to prison. I think he
He
actually
did go
did
to
like
prison.
a year in prison. Yeah,
You get some
For
hard
it.
time for that one.
yeah, he
Dang,
did.
Not only did you shoot yourself, but then you had to go
Yeah,
to prison.
then he had to go to
Right.
prison for it. Yep. He
Yeah.
came back. He got out of prison though, and then they won the Super Bowl. They beat the Patriots.
He got
Yeah,
a prison and
Plaxico
went back to
Burress.
the NFL and won a Super Bowl?
Yes. Yep.
Yes,
Nice.
you too can resurrect your life.
Yes. Yep.
That's insane.
Win a Super Bowl.
He might have done 2 years. Honestly, I can't remember. It was a while.
That's crazy. I'm
for
gonna have to
shooting
look
yourself.
it up. No. All right. Which team won the first ever Super Bowl in 1967?
The Nick Rosario's
Damn
favorite team.
Packers. Yeah,
Who
my
Who did
favorite team.
they beat?
They beat the
They
Kansas
beat-
City Chiefs, I believe.
Yep.
Len
Patrick
Dawson.
Mahomes.
Len
Who
Dawson.
was the
Dawson.
MVP of the game?
Bart
Bart
Starr.
Starr.
Yep. He threw for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns.
All right,
Balling.
Bart. Way to go. Boy, had balling back then, yeah.
What was the score?
Oh, wait, hold on. Don't tell me. Crap. Was that the 16-7 game?
No.
I was gonna say 17-10.
35-10.
Sheesh.
No, I knew it was more. I was okay. Remember, Packers won the first 2. Oh no, 16-7 was the Jets when they beat the Colts. I believe. Never mind. See what I mean?
Super Bowl 3.
Super Bowl
Yeah.
3.
It's Joe Namath.
Broadway
Guaranteed
Joe.
it.
That's right. Broadway Willie. Joe Namath.
Yep.
I wouldn't know.
Any
Anyway.
I'm
I'm like,
I just think I should just do this every Sunday just so I can hear the questions. I don't need to be on. I'm gonna be like, I want to listen for the segment because I want to find
Hey,
some stuff.
What's a good one?
This is every Sunday. We do a pop quiz.
I got
Man,
4 more
no problem.
questions.
I want more.
In 1973, Fred Dryer became the first player to score 2 safeties in a single game. Which team was he on when this happened?
Rams. LA Rams.
Nice. I did not know.
That's right. He became an actor.
And they
after that.
beat the Green Bay Packers.
There you go. But that Rams team was like Fred Dryer, Merlin Olsen. That defense was stout, dude.
Is that the Deacon
73
Jones
Rams.
defense?
Yes, 73 Rams for killing it.
I think it was the Fearsome Foursome.
Yes,
That was
correct.
them.
Look at you. Look at you with the terminology, Pierce.
That
Purple people leaders. It was
was the Vikings. Yep.
the Mean Joe Green machine or whatever.
Steel Curtain with Mean Joe
Steel
Green.
Curtain. I know Steel Curtain. I know. I was messing with you. I knew you would know that one. That's
Yeah, exactly.
Hope you would know that one, right?
The
Mean
names
Joe
are
Green.
funny to me.
The
I
Purple
used to
People
look
Leaders.
Yeah, that
for
was
commercials.
hilarious. That doesn't even sound scary. It sounds
What?
like, I don't know, like Barney or
People Eaters.
something.
And the purple people are like, why would you call yourselves that?
Yeah.
It's not even a good name.
I don't want
All
to
right.
know.
The next one is in 2013, which quarterback broke a record after throwing a pick 6 in 4 straight games?
I knew this one before you. I knew this one.
Was that Cutler?
No. That's funny that you
Yeah, were you doing that? Are you
did
doing 6, you said?
4 straight games he threw a pick 6.
You know who's never thrown a pick 6?
Who?
Mitchell Trubisky.
No.
The GOAT.
Don't give him more reasons to praise.
Fun fact for you, my friend. Never thrown a pick 6.
That's crazy.
Enough interceptions, but never a pick.
But no pick 6.
It was Matt Schaub for the Texans. I remember when it happened.
Really? Matt
Yeah.
Schaub?
Matt
Jeez.
Schaub for the Texans. I remember after like the third one, they're like, "There's no way he throws another pick 6 in the next game."
Hey, all of a
And then he
sudden, there
did.
it goes, right.
That's impressive.
They had 4
Oh,
picks,
sorry.
4 games in a row with a pick 6. Like,
Like,
How
that's
are you-
That is
impressive.
very actually. That's very impressive. That should go up in the Hall of Fame somewhere.
yeah,
That is impressive. That is very
That's
impressive.
hilarious.
All right. Who finished their.
Are he?
Yeah, we know Mitch is also from North Carolina, Sean. We know where
We're
he's coming
not
from.
talking about Mitch. I have way too much talk about Mitch in this house. I'm done. Moving on.
Uh-oh. Ash is done, she says. No Mitch
Who
talk.
finished their career with more rushing yards, Eric Dickerson or Marshall Falk?
Ooh, I'm going to say Eric Dickerson, actually.
I think it's Falk. Well, see, I think the obvious answer is Falk, which means it's probably Dickerson. But I would go Marshall Falk.
I was Eric Dickerson.
You know what? They're both behind Emmitt Smith.
Oh, there she goes. Sure. You know what?
You know what's funny?
I'm done.
Emmitt Smith's the all-time leading rusher and only had 3 seasons over 1,500 yards.
Exactly. Never,
And?
ever,
That just means he
ever,
played
ever,
forever.
ever.
He was never
So,
like
yeah,
dominant.
okay. So, Tom Brady, you can just say he played forever, and that's why he has all the records.
Well, he also threw for 55 touchdowns one season, which has only been done by Peyton Manning.
Well, you just need to stop being a hater.
No,
Right.
I'm
Anyway,
glad
it's Eric
glad, Ed,
Dickerson.
that you can hang your head on Emmitt Smith breaking the rushing record because that's all he got.
Yeah.
Because Barry Sanders was so in reverence with Walter Payton, he retired before he could break the record. Now that's respect, my friend. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. But that damn Emmitt
Sweet.
Smith,
We don't care about respect around here. We care about being the best.
yeah, we know. Well, in the last 25 years, you haven't been, so you're all right.
It's fine.
That's fine. I know. Hey, you're gonna.
I can't
if
talk about
gotta
that right
take
now.
it, you're gonna take it.
Anyway, Eric
J-Lo
Dickerson
has-
had
J-Lo has more rings than
13,259,
you guys. There you go.
and Marshall Falk had 12,279. So they're
Mhm.
close.
I think people don't realize the Dickerson though. He ran up against those 85 Bears because he played during that era, man. And those guys punished you.
No, man.
We beat them in the conference game that year, 14-0. Dickerson didn't do very well. Sorry, Eric. Kind of like the Jordan Bulls, like when everybody else was playing and nobody won a ring, like, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, John Stockton, Karl Malone, like nothing.
Yep.
Sorry, guys. You win nothing. Greatest player in the world. You win nothing. Sorry.
Nothing. All right. Last question. In 2007, which kicker broke the record for the most field goals in a single game with 8?
That's
That's
This will never happen in today's league because analytics.
Is this the kicker we would know, or this is one of those names you're going to pull out of your behind?
I don't know who this person
I'm going to
is.
guess it's somebody
Okay, so that's why I'm going to try to go back in the Wayback Machine and pull out a name here.
I mean, it's in 2007, so I definitely wasn't into football.
It's like Robbie Gold.
No.
Matt
That's
Bryant.
early, Robbie Gold.
No.
Matt Bryant. Well, yeah, you got to look at the older guys, maybe.
Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah, well, it wasn't Ralph. It wasn't Ralph.
I know
Panushka.
Adam Vinatieri.
I know. I was going to say. Matt Prater. I don't know if he was
No.
there.
It wasn't Kevin Butler. It wasn't.
He played for the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, jeez.
Really? Oh, okay. No, Tennessee
Is
Titans.
it Vanderjack?
Vanderjack. Wow, wait, hold on. The Tennessee Titans. Let's do this. Tennessee. Yeah.
He converted field goals from 52, 25, 21, 30, 28, 43, 39, and 29 yards. That's a lot of field goals.
Oh, it wasn't John Landetta. Man, I don't know. I know. I'll know the name when I hear it, but it wasn't Orlando Mara.
No. Rob Baranos.
I knew it was, I said Vanderjack because it was a weird name.
Rob
Baranos.
Baronis.
Oh, Rob Baronis. Rob
Yeah.
Baronis. Okay. I do know the name at least. Rob Baronis. Well, that's a good claim to fame. You know, those footballs should be in the Hall of Fame too.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm sure they are. I bet they are. At least one of them.
Yeah.
All right, that wraps up our everybody's favorite segment.
That's all I got.
Mrs. Swinton's pop quiz.
That's all I got.
But we got one more segment we're gonna do ourselves. Nick, I appreciate you joining us, my friend. Thanks for coming on.
No, thanks for having me. Always good to be had.
Oh yeah, and then I haven't showed it off yet, but check out what came in the mail yesterday.
They told me Monday. Great, you got it. Good.
Got it yesterday.
Nice. Does it fit good? You got the.
Yep. Got it on. Yep. We're rocking
Beautiful.
it.
That's
I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thank you guys so much. And again, if I could really quickly, from the bottom of my heart, it was the least I could do, man. You guys were so great. When my mom got out of the hospital and was recovering, you sent her some stuff, and she was very thankful. So thank you guys so much. So I had no problem. Just that's a token of my appreciation. Ash, if you need a hat, let me know. I'll send you a hat too.
I'm a
maybe you want a White Sox hat to just go against his Cub hat. I don't. So I'm a White Sox fan, anyways. I would love that. But, no.
Well,
thank you guys so much. I'm glad you enjoy the hat. It's gonna be.
Yes, sir. I'm rocking it all day
I think
today.
if I were anything other than Yankees, I would get disowned.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's got family that works in the Yankees, so.
Yeah.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Evil Empire. Yes.
Yep. But again,
the lack of faith disturbing. No.
Again, thanks, Nick. I appreciate you coming on, filling in for Sean while he's out in your area having a great time.
I'm supposed to go see his dumb butt later, so we'll see if that all works out. Yeah, Friday night we're out doing a little karaoke. We had that experience. We kind of missed each other yesterday. I had to work the concerts, so we missed each other. But we're supposed to see each other later today. So yeah, we'll make it fun while he's still here.
There you go. All right, man.
Guys.
We'll talk to you later. Thanks again for joining.
No problem.
Later.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so we got the final segment, our normal segment, how we always end our shows. Gonna do a little morning vitamin for you guys, just something. It's either been on our mind, how some life advice, some advice, anything, literally. But yeah, I'm gonna let you go first. Ladies first.
All right, my morning vitamin for today is we were talking yesterday about school and just like going back to school, or like there were some comments about like, oh, I don't know, because it's hard and life circumstances and your age and blah, 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 blah. My thing is just if you want to do something, just do it. Like, who cares? If you have to do it scared, because that means you're doing really big things that are important, and you should just do it. Don't let like your age or your situation, your circumstances right now stop you from doing whatever you want to do, especially school. I'm a big school person. Obviously, I'm a teacher, and I have my degree, and I went and got my degree after I had stopped going to school because I had a kid. So you can do it. If I could do it, you can do it.
Yeah, you're crazy. When I first started dating Ash, just to give some background on it, she was a single mom living with her daughter and working full time and taking, I think she took 6 classes or 7 classes the last semester so she could finish.
I took 6, but then I took 2
over winter
term classes, so technically 8 within a semester time frame.
Yeah, to finish her degree. She absolutely crushed it. I watched that happen and don't know how she did it, and I'm still struggling to finish my degree.
Yeah. It helps that I really enjoy school, and I have a degree in psychology, so all that stuff is very interesting to me. And I was in the point of my college where my classes were all for my degree. I got the electives and all that stuff at the very beginning. It was very hard to get through because it's like, I had to take math, I had to take
science,
whatever. It's just like stuff that I didn't want to take because it had nothing to do with what I wanted to do.
For sure.
So those are always really hard to get through. And I went to college first for computer science, got pregnant, didn't drop out, but just never went re-enrolled after that first year. I failed a ton of classes. Went back for teaching, decided the way teaching is set up in college is not very friendly to people who need income, because student teaching was definitely not going to be a thing I could do while having a kid, while working full time. And my job, I was on call 24/7, so it was really hard to be like, well, I'm going to go do a different job during the day and then it was just not going to work. So then I had a complete meltdown and switched my degree like halfway through. I was so close to being done with teaching. I had like one more semester before student teaching. I totally switched up the whole thing. So it was very scary, but I did it, and I'm glad I did it. So you should just do whatever you want to do. And if you have to do it scared, do it scared.
You'll feel better for it. Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree. That's a good one. Mine was just simply based off of what we're doing later. Just take the initiative to go invite people out and do things in today's society, and especially after the last 2 years of like being shut in. Nobody really like invites people out anymore, or like they're like, yeah, we'll get together. I mean, everybody says it. Talk about like old friends. Yeah, we got to meet up sometime. And then you just always say that and never do it. Actually, make some plans. Just hey, pick a date. Like, let's make a date right now while we're having this conversation, so we stick to it, and then you can go see some people, your friends, family, whoever it is. Just set the date, actually do it, go out, interact with your friends and family. It's always worth it. You always love it, even if you're an introvert like her. It'll be. I
always say that. I am very like people ask me to do stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I guess. I'm not going to do that. But then when I actually go and do it, I'm like, oh, that was fun. That was fine. I should do that more. And then I forget about it. And the next time someone comes up with plans, I'm like already, I'm like, do we really have to go do this?
Yeah.
But I know if I go do it, it'll be fine. I'm just a homebody, so it's hard. But yeah, quit doing that. Like anytime you talk to somebody, you're like, yeah, we should make plans to do it. And then you never do it. Like, no, stop saying, oh, we should make plans right then and there. Just do it, because you never know when the last time you're going to be able to hang out with that person is, or, I mean, what better thing are you doing just sitting there not doing anything anyway? You might as well get out and do something.
Yep. I saw a video. This is kind of a long-winded thing, but I saw a video the other day that broke down like somebody's like whole life, and it was like, this is how many days you're going to spend sleeping, this is how many days you're going to spend working, this is how many days you're going to spend like in the shower, blah blah blah. And it's like you only have like 1,000 days to where you're not doing any of those things, like time wise in your whole life. So if just take advantage of the time you have, because I mean, obviously that's not for everybody, because some people life ends sooner than others, and just take advantage of life. just have fun. I mean, shout out to Sean and Kat going to Chicago, going to Detroit. They're all over the place. They were in Kat was in Michigan seeing Kate. Now they're in Chicago with Delilah and Nick. Like, that's awesome. Like, so just definitely take advantage of all that. Have a great time. I like turtles.
I like turtles.
That's great. But yeah, that's my morning vitamin. Appreciate you guys for joining us. We're wrapping up the show. Got some stuff to go do today. So I think Sean is gone again next weekend, out there just living life.
We're out here
not living life because we got a 2-year-old and it's hard to do
problems.
But we got some special guests lined up again. We like to try and keep you guys guessing on who's going to be on. So not going to spoil it or anything. But yeah, again, thanks guys for joining. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. We'll see you guys next week.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.